Hi, everyone. Hmm. It's been an incredible day. The journey of life and where it's been taking me the last, well, it's always incredible, but the last 72 hours have been absolutely astonishing. So we'll wait for a little bit. And something I think I've learned how to do this live thing, because it's been such a while, I think Facebook has switched some things up, is I actually got to go online on my phone, which I don't like to have on my phone, and like be on my phone because then other people can call me and stuff, but I'm going to mute that. But I'm going to go and see, because I noticed this other night I was not able to see who was on. So help me test this out, would you? Can you type in the text chat? Because here I am. I'm on my laptop, and now I got my phone. And I think maybe I have to be on my phone to see who actually messages me, which kind of stinks because then I have to be looking two different places. Okay, but now I got to find. So give me a second, if you would, while I get into our group on my phone. And if any of you know if this is the way we got to do this, let me know. I would really, so go ahead and type into the text chat. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't have my speaker. I usually have a certain speaker, so I'm very clear. So let me know if I'm clear, if you can hear me and I'm clear. So Carol is on, yay. But see, I can see, can you see this? Okay. See, I can see Carol here on my phone, but not right here on my computer. Wow, I did not know that. So watch this video with a group. Well, let's just see what that. Oh, I don't want to do that. It feels like I'm learning all over again. That's not how it's been. So I guess I will have to have that next to me right there. Let's just set it up there. And that way I can see if anybody. So Carol, can you hear me okay? Oh, I wish this was interactive. Seriously, I do. I mean, interactive to where you guys could just talk to me, because that is sometimes the best way. So it's showing me that 5 people are on and are watching, and Carol's the only one that has piped through saying hi. So if you all can help me out here, let me know who's on so I know whether or not to wait a little bit longer or just get this party started. That sounds like a good idea. So, whew. So everybody that's listening to this on the replay, take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Breathe in for the count of 5. Hold for a count of 5. Release for a count of 5. And do that. Wow. I kid you not. Okay, close my eyes. Breathing. Everybody do that. Do that 3 times. And guess what popped up on my screen? The whole freaking chat. Hi, Sina. So do this breath work. Wow. Melanie's here. Hey, Melanie, Bernadette, Marissa, Marilyn, and Christy. Wow, Marilyn, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Oh, wow. How, like, that's awesome. So now they're showing up on my computer, not on my phone. Oh, this is so funny. And all it took was taking a breath and doing it together. because where two or more of us are gathered, the mystical magic happens. One of the things I'm always checking out what people say when they make comments in our group. And one of the things that I noticed yesterday, and thank you to everyone that actually listened, or not listened, actually made a comment on the little poll that I did in the group. And also thank you for being patient with me and understanding about me messing up time frame. I totally forgot to feed the cows tonight. My husband's away, and I didn't want to say that out loud, like post that on there, but he's not here tonight, so it's up to me to feed the cows. And I totally forgot. And then I go get the eggs, and I set them down because I got to go feed the cows. And then I'm in here getting ready for them. I'm like, oh my God, where did I put the eggs? So I had to go find them before I get back on here. So thank you. So it doesn't matter. Seriously, it doesn't matter who you are in life and where you're at. I believe we all have gifts and abilities, but we all have these gifts and abilities of intuition, of the healing, of doing your own work in your own way. There's so many of us, including me, just like I did yesterday. Hey, Diana, thanks for joining. And we all have our own superpower. And I used to, just the other day, I was questioning my own gifts and the course I'm putting together, and if I'm really to bring that out, because this time it's not just going to go in this Facebook group, it's going out to the world. So I'm jumping off the cliff and stepping out even bigger, because it's going out to the world, so more people are actually going to know what I'm doing and capable of. And I worked with a woman in the last 48 hours that reminded me of how we can get tied up in knots, because I did this. It reminded me because of the venom, and I don't use that word lightly, the venom we pulled out of her. And the venom I pulled out of myself, because I do the work that I do. I do the work on me so I can facilitate it better with other people. And I went through this last winter of dealing with extreme grief, deep grief that I had not known until 8 months ago. Yeah, 8 months ago was even there inside of me. And some venom that was there, and rage that was there. And I truly believe, had I not done that work on me, I would not have been able to facilitate the work I did within the last 48 hours with this woman. And it also reminded me of how we can, and let me know if any of you have done this, how when we're searching for our own gifts. Okay, so this is actually going into a place where I wasn't sure that it was going. So there's a reason for this clearing and healing, because by telling stories, by sharing a story, it helps us to connect to our own parts of us that, oh, been there, done that, or know somebody that's done that or been there. That on my path to finding myself and finding my gifts and my passion and my purpose, because there's two different things, and owning and saying yes to, yes, I want my gifts. Yes, like even though I'm like, I have no idea what this is, what this means, but saying yes, I want it. Some of you have worked with me that are here right now tonight, saying yes, I am stepping up and I will say yes to that gift, and this gift comes to me. And as we use it, and as we use it and utilize it within ourselves, on our surroundings, and with other people, it begins to grow and expand and grow and expand. And when you do this, the other dimensions, the other gifts that are waiting for you, because it's like they need to know that they can trust, because each gift has its own energy, its own frequency, like its own being. It is its own being. And it's been waiting for you to say yes to it. And when it sees you working with it, like and all your other gifts that are out here, this is how I'm seeing it right now. Because mine are expanding. Like I was shown during this session with this woman, stuff that still is kind of actually blowing my mind, of the power that's vested in me that wants to come forth, because it's trusting me even more, because I'm trusting myself and I'm utilizing it. And I had beings, because those that don't know, let me introduce myself a little bit here. I'm Tammy Lee Shoemaker. I have Transform into Joy. That's the name of my company. And I'm a multi-dimensional. I work on the multi-dimensions in the galactic and cosmic areas. And there are different collectives or beings, whatever you want to call that, that are here to assist us, to be with us, to walk with us, to show us, to teach us. When I repeat myself 3 times, that's more than me, that just really wants to bring this message forth right now, in this moment. There are those beings beyond what we've ever been taught, what I've ever been taught growing up. And I knew a lot. I knew some of this. I knew there was always something more, but was never being told. I've known that. I'm 57 now. And I've known that all my life, and I've been searching all my life. Like I always knew there was something missing. And my gifts would start coming, and I would question, like, oh, is this right? Like, who am I to say that I can do this? And when I stopped questioning and started saying, yes, I am capable of this. Yes, this is me doing this. But I know it's not just me and my physical being. It's me and all the aspects that, because we have energy, we have an aura, we have like more than me, physical Tammy is bringing forth this. And when we say yes, and when we start saying, okay, so this is one of the things I did. And thank goodness for the coach I had. Because he said, because I would call him up, I'm like, oh, can you believe, oh my God, this happened. This lady told me that she's like, she called me up and she said, oh, Tammy, you're the closest thing to God that I know right here on earth. And I'm like, what? And I call up my coach and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got this message and this lady tells me this. And he's like, Tammy, when are you going to start believing this? Because see, even in that moment of that, oh my gosh, can you believe she said this? There's a question. There's a question in that that I wasn't believing my own self and my own capabilities. That yes, I can remind somebody of the closest thing to what they think is God walking on this earth. I am that and more, and so are you. You have that capacity, and you are that. And when my coach said, Tammy, when are you going to start believing that about you? And I'm like, well, how do you do that? How do you do that? And this is what he said that turned one of the pivotal moments in my life. Yes, and thank you. So in my mind, I say yes and thank you now. Instead of like, oh, wow, was that really me? Because see, we question. And when we question that, it's not sure what to do with it. Like, well, she doesn't even believe in me. Like it's the energy and the gift that's saying, well, she doesn't even believe that this is her. Well, she doesn't believe in me, which the gift is saying that. She doesn't even believe in me. Well, why do I want to keep hanging out with her? Why do I want to keep hanging out with her? Is the gift saying that? So as soon as I started practicing, because here's the other thing, started practicing saying yes and more, thank you and more, my gift started to expand and deepen and go beyond anything I've ever could imagine. And then I quit my job 2 years ago, my corporate job. And then, because of the time it busted open for me, more things started coming through. And this is some of the stuff I'm going to be teaching in the course that I'm currently developing and bringing to you soon, is the pathway to euphoria. I didn't even know I was going to say that tonight. The pathway to euphoria. And it was even more clear yesterday. Today's Friday night. During this session I did with this woman, the multi-dimensional beings, because in the past I would consciously call them forth to come and help with the work I was about to do. And yesterday, they were just there. They were like dropping in, like, Tammy, we're here. You don't even have to call us anymore. We're here. And pulling out venom, true venom, which is a very thick tar, icky, sticky goo that people do carry. And it's not always from this lifetime. It's from other lifetimes. That's the experience I've had, is from other lifetimes that have accumulated over time. And this lifetime, right here, right now, we have come here to finally take care of our stuff, ladies. Finally take care of our stuff, heal it, transmute it, clear it out of our beingness on all 4 levels of our bodies, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Once and for all. I truly believe, and I know this truth for me, that we have lived other lifetimes and in other timelines. And that's part of the work I do. And it's okay if you don't understand that, because I didn't 10 years ago. This has been a progression of the pathway, the path work that I have done. And reading this, like after doing that work yesterday, and the incredible power, and this woman feeling like she has her life back within an hour of our work. Tammy, I feel like I have my life back. I feel hope again. And she does work like this. But there was a whole nother level that we do need to reach out and have like that community of those. Like I have a handful of people of that have their specific gifts that if I need help, I know to call on them because they know something that in some realm that I don't. And yesterday, or actually earlier today, like because that experience yesterday is still with me. And reading some of the posts, because I do look at the posts that you ladies put in here, and I really encourage you to start doing more because we are here to support each other in our growth. And the more that we come into this Ignite Your Joyful Heart group, the more you post and support each other, the more the energy itself can grow, expand, and become, and infuse us and our lives, because this is a high frequency portal group, whatever you want, whatever word you want to put to it. It is, if you help for it to become that and not rely on everyone else to, well, because I've heard this, well, she doesn't post, well nobody says anything about anything. So come on, get off your butts and start bringing it in here and start. And if it's not right, that's fine. Take yourself out of it. Take yourself out of the group. But let's start supporting each other. 2019 is about to end. This decade is about to end. How are we going to start off 2020 and the next decade of the 20s in this century? We've got to start supporting each other better, deeper, more expansively, and by just posting these different subjects or different pictures or different things. Like, let's talk about what's really going on. And with this post yesterday, I have it here on my phone. Events in my life beyond my control made me feel worthless. In my heart, I know I'm better. But she felt run down, worthless, and powerlessness. Now, if anybody saw that and could give her, like, not that we have to like build people up, but just hold space. So how do we hold space? We hold space by just like, take a deep breath. And energetically, we don't always have to post something, even though what I just said, but being so aware and being consciously aware of putting that energy into this vortex of this group that you all have said yes to being here, of holding that space for people to actually unwind it. And you can say something in support, but not like, because here's what I need to rescue her. That's the energy we don't need, because that energy actually keeps people stuck. So think about the energy of when you speak your words, what energy are you coming from? Is there an agenda? Is there, I gotta be the savior? Because we don't want that in our lives. And I used to have it. I used to have it so much for decades, thinking I had to have a white knight come and save me. Thinking, oh, if I would have a brother, which I don't physically in my family. Well, okay. I didn't grow up with a brother, put it that way. I have a brother now, but that's another story. He's like the same age as my grandkids. Two. Like I said, that's a whole nother story. We don't need to go there tonight. But anyway, okay, take a drink. When we stop and think about our energy of how we're bringing things forth, yes, sometimes we just want to purge and say, I'm tired of life or whatever. Like this woman feeling, hey, Julia, if you're on here, you know I'm talking about you. But she posted it, so it can be okay. I'm feeling so run down and powerless, like she's never felt before, because events in her life beyond her control, which that happens, right? Life can take us out if we allow it. She felt worthless. In her heart, she knows better, but I haven't been able to shake this feeling. Reminded me exactly of the client I worked with yesterday. She could not shake this feeling of what she was walking with. She didn't know it was venom. She had no clue. I've been there, done that. Call out. Call out to people. So let's gather together. Let's all take a deep breath. Yesterday, this lady was carrying around a lot of shame. Shame itself is the closest energy to death. So between shame, worthlessness, unworthiness, which one of those words are resonating with you more? What other word is resonating with you right now? So I know what to call forth, and let's just transmute and clear and heal those spaces within us that is carrying that. So go ahead and type in the text chat. The different is it worthlessness, unworthiness, shame. I want to pick one feeling, one low density, because shame is really low and dense. Betrayal. Ooh, that came through. That's really strong. What word? Type it in the text chat. Trying to find my video here just in case I can only see it on here. Okay. So what word?
Feeling. One,
shoot.
low density.
Okay. A comment.
Dense. Betrayal. Ooh.
See, now it's not. Okay, here they are. Okay, worthless. I have one worthless. Type in the text chat. So let's come together. What words are really, what are you feeling? What is like the lowest density description in one word? Like, I'm tired of this. I'm just freaking tired. Helpless. What else, ladies? What else? What else is coming forth? Let's bring it forth. Let's bring it forth. Let's bring it forth. This is one of the ways that we can transmute this feeling. Like, because right now I'm just like, so take a deep breath. Breathe in for a count of 3. Hold it for a count of 3. I don't know why I said 3. But we'll go with that. And blow out for a count of 3. What comes forth with you? So Danielle, is there another word? Is there any, Carol and Danielle too, that's actually has posted something here. Is there any other words besides those that are still like, because you sometimes when we say a word, then something else will show up, and then something else will show up, and then something else will show up. Hi, Kathleen. Thanks so much for joining. Like right now, after you'll have to listen to the replay to see why we got to where we're at right now. Right now, we're calling forth like what word, what is the lowest density word that's with you right now, if you have one. And I referenced a embarrassment, annoyed. Okay, so under annoyed is actually is an irritation. What else? Be brave, ladies. Bring it forth. Ah, ooh. Okay, Carol, you said scared. All this, but when you said scared, I felt what came forth really was terror. Is there terror in that? Just asking to make sure we have the right word. What else is coming forth? We want to bring it all forth, bring it all forth. And as we're doing this, I'm gathering up the energy of all these words. And something you all that haven't worked with me personally, because I'm no longer hiding myself from anybody anymore, is different sounds come through me. I tone, and these different words, some people say I talk in tongues. I don't know if that's what you would call it, but I'm just allowing all of that to come forth. Ooh, to woo. Yes, on the terror. I want you to type that in then, Carol. Because that's, see, it's in your throat because there's something you're not speaking. That's why I was coughing all of a sudden. Terror. Okay, there's a difference between terrified and terror. I'm feeling terrified is like a lighter source of, God, there's terror. And terror can actually like grab hold of you. Like terror is thick. Terror, yeah, grabs you around the throat. Can't speak my truth. So Amber, if it's truly terror, terrified is a lighter version of terror. Amber, you know you still have a session with me, a few of them that you already prepaid for. Yeah, because I can feel, I think I know what you're feeling terrified about. If you feel comfortable enough to type it in the text chat, do that, Amber. I have feelings around your children for some reason. So there's more fear, not doing enough. Like, so we put that on ourselves so much, ladies. Do you know that just being like sitting on the couch reading a book, that you are doing more? That you can be doing as much in those moments because you are literally taking care of yourself? And when you ladies say, and what's to come, what exactly are you meaning? Like you fear of what's to come. Like the end of the world, what's to come? I used to have this fear. like terror around this. Oh my God, if I don't do enough, God won't love me. When I used to believe there was a hell, which I don't anymore, because I believe that we create our own hell, usually by what we've been taught in our lifetimes. That's my version. Everything I've done, every place I've gone, the discoveries and the experiences I have had in Egypt, in France, the information that I have been able to uncover that we are not taught here would blow your minds. And that's something else that I will bring forth in the pathway to euphoria. Because knowing information, and whether or not you believe it, that's fine. But just to have the information you can discern for yourself, that will take you on a whole new level. It has me. So what are you in fear of what's to come? Explain that a little bit more, Danielle and Carol. So that way we can really tap in to that feeling, to that emotion, to that which is keeping a hold of you, because that is what it's doing. That is why we're here tonight. Because thank you for that. That's why we're here tonight, because here's the thing. I never brought my full self forward in this group because there's over 1,600 in this group, and maybe a dozen or 2 dozen of you have worked with me and know full out the capacity of the work I do. But I'm okay with I'm okay bringing my fullness forward and all of my spiritual gifts forward, and whoever doesn't like it or agree with it, that's fine. That's fine, because we're all in different places in our life. And you can bow out of the group. I used to think I had to make everybody be okay in here. And I'm done with that, because it's not helping us to move on, ladies. It's not helping us to dig into that deepness of who we are and pull the shit up that wants to be acknowledged, it wants to be witnessed, it wants to be transmuted, and it wants to go back to its original divine space of where it once became and came from. Okay, Carol, that actually comes from a past lifetime. Remember this scenario with your Earth sister now? Of the story with Melissa that she shared with you when she was in the cage? That's what's really coming through, because you were not able to help her in that time frame, in that lifetime. You know what? That came through for her, and you and I never went there. That's something, yeah. So let's just pull all that forth. Let's pull that fear. Can you feel that, Carol? Wow. Does that resonate with you as being truth? Yeah. Okay, that was something I wasn't expecting. See, that's how this work evolves. I don't know what word to say. So thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. So let's bring forth that fear. So that's the terror. Got it. That's a terror, because on a different lifetime, I'm going to go here, Carol. That's the terror, because in a different lifetime that Carol lived, I'm feeling this is okay with you. I'm really tapping into, and I'm feeling this is okay with you, Carol. So see, okay, so now Angie just joined. Hey, Angie. So Angie, I grew up with. And see, this is what used to keep me back. Angie, I grew up with. We hung out together in grade school. I love you, girl. Now, Angie's going to, if she rewatches all this, she's going to see a side of Tammy that could blow her mind, could make her think I'm crazy, and I'm okay with that. And that's okay. So that used to hold me back, and I'm not holding back anymore. So let's get back to Carol. Hey, Mara, I love your makeup, girl. Let's get back to Carol. Carol, in another lifetime, saw her sister, who is her sister in this lifetime, because they were very magical beings then. I'm sure this, yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you. And Melissa's probably going to listen to this too. Well, I did a session with Melissa, Carol's sister, and that is her sister, Earth sister right now. And she used to fear water. She used to fear that her children would drown, but she could never understand. So we went into that. And all the work we did, we unraveled that Melissa herself, in a different lifetime, on another timeline, was actually ripped away from her family, put in a cage, and drowned, without going through a lot of that, what actually really, like, more depth of the story. And Carol was on the side, the bank, seeing this happen, and could do nothing about it, because she also had two girls with her children, that is now her daughter in this lifetime and her niece in this lifetime. And Carol had to protect them and could not do nothing about her sister that was drowning in this other lifetime. So now Carol has brought forth, so in this lifetime, as she just shared here, and we've worked together for a lot, and she's never revealed that she is to this depth. Maybe we have, but not to this depth right now, right here, to where it went here tonight. Isn't that interesting, Carol? The failure that she won't be able to help someone else. That completely, like, I can see this timeline because I'm also a tracker of energy. Went straight back to that timeline. Immediately, I saw her standing on the banks with the two girls. She's seeing her sister of that lifetime, which is also this lifetime, being drowned in a cage because she's got this magic. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? It's right here in the chest. She felt helpless. And if these words are resonating with you, Carol, type in the text chat so these women know, yes, that's resonating. Yes, what Tammy's, because this isn't just me that's helping Carol through this right now in this moment, but we're calling forth that terror because we need to bring it forth. Like I can feel this, like I'm just bringing this terror forth through all these women, through all these lifetimes that Carol's ever lived. Just bringing it forth, like pulling it forth, and I put it in this container that is just like so Carol is confirming that this is resonating with her to the point that she has chills running through her body. So let's go back to Danielle, who not being able to figure out how to take care of everybody that I need to. So Carol, or Danielle, number one thing, are you taking care of you? Number one, ladies, taking care of you in this lifetime is one of the major things we have got to. We are required. It is essential beyond the words. So listen, feel this energy. It is essential that we learn, that we embrace, that we invigorate our being with taking care of us. That is the main majestic point. Like I see this like point of how we take care of everyone else. And also know we are not to enable everyone else. Children, we're not to enable our children. Take care of yourself, your children. Danielle, we've done the work. That's all you're responsible for. You're not responsible to take care of a parent. This is not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility to take care of your husband. Together, your partners. Look, okay, this word is really coming through for you, Danielle. Look and see where you're enabling other people. I'm kind of spitting. This is getting, like, I can even hear my voice rising. Like, so this is even more me. I mean, more than me. Look and see where you're enabling people, Danielle. It is okay to say no. My mom just moved into my sister's house last week. I did not volunteer. It is not my responsibility to make sure she gets moved. No, because of the situation that's going on right now with all that, before that, I would have been enabling her to play the victim. Oh, poor me. I don't have enough strength. I use a walker. Tough shit. That's figure it out. We have to allow other people to figure it out. The people pleaser thing. It's killing you, ladies. It's killing your essence. How are you enabling others? Take that away with you tonight. Okay, so Danielle, is that resonating with you? Type it in the text chat. Let me know. And feel free to say, if you want to say, Tammy, you're full of shit, say it. Get that out. Speaking our truth, women. Speaking our truth. Speaking our truth no matter what. You've got to quit. It is none of my business what somebody else thinks of me. It is none of my business what somebody else thinks of me. If somebody says, oh my God, I feel offended by what you said, tough. You just triggered them. They need to go look and see and dig into why they were triggered. Yes, Danielle says yes. She's enabling somebody. But we don't know that if we don't have outside people that truly speak their truth with us. Here's another question for you. Do you have those people in your life that will speak truth with you because they love you? That's true love. It's not about not speaking what you really know and feel because you might hurt somebody's feelings. That's just true love, women. To speak total truth, no matter how much it scares you. To allow the chips to fall. To allow the boat to rock. To see if, and it's scary, I get it. Been there, still do that. Call bullshit. I invite people to call bullshit on me because I never think I'm perfect. I always know there's room for growth. So maybe this can help you ladies too. There is always room for growth. I know I'm not at my full capacity, but let me tell you, neither are the saints or the ascended masters. They are still working on themselves. This is a millennial of work that we still no matter if we're of this lifetime or we're an ascended master. We still work. They are still working on themselves. Take that in for all of you that don't think you're doing anything. Holy shit, man. An ascended master is still working on themselves, trying to make their gifts, their abilities even better? Seriously? Yes, seriously. Okay, Amber, let's pull that stuff forward too. Terrified I'm never enough, not a good enough mom, wife, sister, daughter. That I have to please everyone and figure everything out now as if I need to decide right now if we are having more kids and everything else. Not sure how to do it all, just terrified I'm letting everyone down and myself, everyone and myself down. Just terrified I'm forgetting to breathe and not taking care of me, constant worry of never enough. Okay. Not good enough. Let's pull that forward. Let's pull that forward. Let's pull. See, can you feel that? Carol on the bank side. Not good enough to save my sister. I can feel the emotion in that, Carol. See, now really get this, ladies. Do you see why we weren't supposed to do this at 7:20 this evening? Everything happens for a reason. This is so coming forth. That's awesome, Julia. None of my business what other people think about me. And yes, sometimes we forget that, right? Great advice. I'm not sure which one, Carol, was great advice. Amber, hear me and hear me well. You're not responsible for your sisters. You're not responsible for your parents. You're not even responsible for your husband. You can share in responsibility. You are not responsible for your parents. Remember this, every one of you. Our parents have made decisions in their life that every decision has a consequence. Every decision has a consequence. And we are not here to save people. I had the savior syndrome my entire life that fucked me up. I'm saying it how it is, ladies. We are here for ourselves first. I did not know that when I was young. I did not know that when I was raising 5 children and gave everything to the point when I was 40 years old. I can still feel this emotion coming forth right now of collapse, of almost dying. I knew if I went to sleep this one certain night, if I went to sleep, I was not waking up in the morning. I could feel that. That's a whole nother story for another time. As you can tell, I'm still here. Awesome, Danielle. Holy cow. What a gift of a, oh my God, what a gift that is. Danielle felt like she needed to do everything for her husband. So where did you learn that, Danielle? Did you see your mom do that? Did you see your grandma do that? Is it because of your past relationships? Is it also, oh my gosh, if I do everything for him, then he'll love me. He won't leave me. A lot of women have that too, because this is an energy that has been brought to us from the beginning of time, when women would have to sell their bodies in order to feed their children, do everything for a man because they didn't know how to feed their children. Thank God your husband spoke his truth with you and said, you've got to let me figure it out. Holy cow, what a gift to you. You don't even need a Christmas gift, girl. That was a huge gift of a lifetime for you. So where else are you not allowing? Okay, so this is it. Where else are you not allowing someone else to figure it out? How many else are you not allowing someone else to figure it out? How many of you are doing that with your children? That's draining you and draining you and draining you. Even our little ones. Now I got to save them. I don't want them to get hurt. Kids need to fall. It feels tough as a mom. I know it. Even tougher as a grandma. Kids need to fall, but they can fall in the safety of the home you have prepared for them. They know that they have the safety of your arms to come to you to recuperate. They know that. It's really coming through. So as we pull forth all this terror, all this feeling of not good enough, thank you for that. All of this, Amber, this is really meant for you, but I know there's other women that are going to listen to this. Creating a non-existent future with our thoughts that is that's making some women in here right now go down into a spiral. The what if syndrome, like, stop. Stop it, and stop it now. Well, what if? Or I should have. Stop. Take a breath right now. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Take a breath, ladies. Too many of you are creating a non-existent future with your thoughts, making you go into a spiral. If you're going to create a future with your thoughts, then raise them up. Have a higher frequency about them. Get back to the dream you had. Too many of you are creating a non-existent future with your thoughts. That's coming again. Hey, Janet, thanks for joining. Hey, Tamara. Holy shit, man, this is strong. That's your thought, Danielle, right? That's your thought. That's the mentality we were raised with. Danielle's saying that she thinks it's coming from, holy shit, man, this is strong energy, isn't it? But man, is it, it's so happy. All these different things you ladies are saying and that you're bringing forth, like, I can hear this. Finally, acknowledging me. It wants to come out of you. It's like, shoot, shoot, acknowledge, shoot. I can leave now. Shoot. The terror. Carol, let me ask you this. Has that terror lessened? Has that terror lessened? Does it feel like, oh man, like it, like, so anywhere and everywhere that you ladies have ever, that you have held this, because like, it's just like, and I can hear it and I can see it, like these, I don't know. I don't know what I could like use as an example. Like a, like a, like, like so fast, just like, yes, I can leave. Yes. And they're transmuting right now. Hey, Christina. So everyone that's joined within the last 10 to 15 minutes, one of the things that we're doing right now, we're calling forth all those low density, wow. A lot of women had some terror in them, and it's just coming forth like, and it's happy. It wants to freaking leave. It wants to go back to its original divine creation because it didn't come here to be terror. Holy shit. This is amazing and awesome. And as we do this, see, we're here together as a group. And as we do this as a group, it's facilitating its own way within everyone else, within this portal. And ever since I had this session with this lady yesterday of this venom that we cleared, ever since then I've had 2 dragons with me, and they wanted me actually to say that right now. They're like, why didn't you tell them, Tammy? Because they're here right now helping to facilitate this. And dragon energy is high frequency. Yeah, they're like, well, about time, girl. Because that's oh yeah, they don't even want me to talk. They just like, we're doing this process right now of clearing all this out, like pulling, just pulling, just pulling. And as we pull this, as we pull all this out of you, and anybody that's even listening to the replay, there's more coming as more people are joining. More layers, and also in you women that have been here this whole time, there's even more layers that are like, about time. They're finally saying it. They're finally recognizing it. And oh, there's another layer that's coming up, and another layer that's coming up, and another layer that's coming up. Yeah, I can't even. Okay, Danielle. Totally understand that. You know what? You know what your grandparent, okay. Do what, do what, do what, do what, do what, do what. So your grandparents came forth immediately. Oh my, you're not here, darling, to take on traditions that we once had. Do the things that we did not do. Take care of yourself more than we did with ourselves. Call forth a new tradition. If you even say the word tradition. This weekend, because the holidays is not about that. The holidays is not about that, Danielle. Pushing, 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 pushing. Let it, no. No, there's no pushing. There's no pushing. There's no pushing. Danielle, you worked with me enough to know this. There's no pushing. There's no pushing. There's no pushing, especially this year. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more. No pushing to think things have to be so perfect. It's saying that if you don't want to decorate, you don't decorate. If it's not in you, if it does not come from a playful part of you, no more pushing, Danielle. No more pushing to make things perfect for everybody else. You're enabling them to stay in this old stuff. Allow yourself, thank you for that. Allow others to take care of you now. Allow others to take care of you. I don't know, did one of your grandparents use to tap? Like my left hand is really tapping on the table like, come on, girl. It's time to let others take care of you and your family. Your husband's laid up. It makes you being laid up. That sounds like he might have been in an accident or had a surgery of some kind. You say, I know I'm needing to not have Thanksgiving and other holiday traditions at my house. Because, okay, thank you for this. Thank you, thank you. This is it, Danielle. By you saying this is the healer of you. By you proclaiming no more of that this year, for this year, you now are allowing other people to step up into their greatness and bring forth their way of having Thanksgiving. That, okay, thank you. That in the past didn't feel comfortable doing it or offering it because they thought it had to be the way it's always been. There's a newness that wants to come through. There's a new energy, a newness. Yeah, there's a true newness that wants to come through. And it's time. And it's time, and it's time, and it's time. Yes. Oh my gosh. Can you feel that? It's like excited, like, yes, Danielle, please, please, please. Do this weekend. Let everybody know you're not having Thanksgiving. This newness, this new energy that, oh my God, it's excited. About time, about time, about time. Let go. Like over here is, finally, will you just let go? Like, that's your grandmother's. Finally, finally, finally. I can even them. Do you feel them with you? Do you feel like they're whispering in your ear? Finally. Finally, Danielle, will you just let it go? It's okay. It's okay, Danielle. That's how I see them right now with you. It's okay. Like they're truly meaning it. It's okay. It's you that have to let go of that. Holy wow. Okay. Let us know, Danielle. So now you know there's no fear. Now you know the grandparents want you to let that go. Now you know. And they're like, oh! They're like, yeah, finally she's letting it go. Because that way other people can stand up. They can come up if they choose to. And if they don't, it's none of your business what they think about you. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Do you commit to doing that, Danielle? They want to know right now. Do you commit to doing that? Julia says that her daughter just stepped up and took over Thanksgiving this year. She's 27. My family is taking care of me. Yay. That's how our family, every year, we do. My husband does the turkey and the ham, or sometimes my father-in-law does the ham if they come up. But my husband always does the turkey. I do the potatoes. Everybody else brings something. It's a joint effort. And the week of, and one of my daughters is here right now. She knows. I was like, I call forth like, hey guys, help me come clean the house. I don't pretend anymore that I can take care of it all. Even when it's just me and Tim now. I still don't pretend I can take care of it all. Like earlier tonight, I forgot to feed the cows. Tim's not here tonight. I get the eggs, I set them down, I come in the house, I'm like, oh shit, where'd I put the eggs? I had to go back outside and get the eggs that were in the bowl. Oh, now I got a runny nose. Excuse me. But things like that, it's just like, it happens. Yes, I commit. Woo-hoo! Very good. Okay. So as all this energy has been called forth and transmuted of the terror, oh fuck, of the I'm not good enough. Carol, if you're still awake, because this really went longer than I expected, but I feel like it's like it wanted to, like more than me, wanted us to stay here as long as we could tonight, to take care of this, to really, for once and all, take care of some of this energy. Awesome, Danielle. Now it's up to you. So as you decommit, yes, you can decommit. As you decommit over the weekend, I want you to come back in to our Facebook group, into this portal, into this incredible energy and I want to know, can you start to feel the energy in this Facebook group rising? That's another reason why I'm like, okay, I gotta come on here. We gotta do a group healing, group something to start to pull, because the holidays are coming and so many people like Danielle get stressed out over the holidays, because of the holidays, because they choose to put too much on their plate, thinking we have to. I love you, Carol. So take a deep breath and know and trust that all these spaces that we cleared out are now being infused with a higher frequency. Toon, 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 toon. Infuse. Oh, wow, yeah. With black light. Black light is like, thank you for that. Black light is so vibrant. I experienced this personally when I was in Ireland in a cave that I had to get down on my hands and knees to climb into. I was used to caves with an opening that you just walk into. No, not this one. It was down in the ground. And as we were in there and we were toning, I saw these, like these, now I saw orbs too, but this, I guess you can explain it. I'm trying to explain it where you could might be able to visualize it, like a falling star, like in pitch black. That, like the light, like yeah, that was powerful. I also belch a lot when I do energy work. So trust that all these spaces that we pulled out, all this energy we pulled out, do one, and it's still going, is all that, because you never want to leave a crevice or a cavern empty for the unknown to come back in, for anything unknown to come in and fill it up. God, I feel like there's a door or something open. There's a draft. I'll go check that out in a little bit. And so we consciously and intentionally, see, it's filling up those spaces. And before we end, know that you can reach out to me. Put it in this group. I do this work one-on-one also. Danielle sharing, I feel like I need to share that last Sunday I really felt off. I felt really off. And because of the work we've done, like the work she's done with me one-on-one, I was like, I'm doing absolutely nothing today. I literally slept all day and all night, woke up Monday, still didn't feel right. So canceled some things and worked on what I wanted to. Tuesday, when my husband fell and broke his leg, his ankle, whoa. I knew something like that. So thankful I listened from inside and followed through. Because see, had she not, she would have been totally exhausted. Good for you, Danielle. So take that in and feel that about you. When we do the work for us, we literally are doing it for others. Feel that, feel that, feel that. Feel that. Yes. You are healing yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody that's here tonight. Thank you for coming. The work works. It does, doesn't it? Good night, everyone. It's almost been an hour and 20 minutes that we've been on. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming on. Go back and re-listen from the very beginning. This energy is palpable, and it's just continuing. It's continuing, and it's continuing. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, statements, I'm a big girl. I can handle anything. I don't take offense at anything. go ahead and re-listen to this. Go ahead and listen to the replay and put in the chat pound replay so I know you're listening to it. Hi, Ann. You're going to have to catch the replay. Good night, everyone. Have a fantabulous weekend. Drink a lot of water. We just cleared a lot of thick, sticky energy. We just did that work. So make sure you drink a lot of water. I love you. I love you. I love you. I am honored to be here with each and every one of you. Good night.